Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing well, and today in this video I'm going to be working on the garden. I've got some seeds that I want to plant, and I have some other things that I want to show that I've been growing. So I want to come in here and just let you guys know that these potatoes did not make it. I had overwatered them and it led to them dying. And it was really crazy because when I went to go and pull them out of the dirt, there was nothing there. It's like as if they quote unquote disappeared. And I was reading about it online, and supposedly that can happen. It's that they what is that word? They get mixed in with the soil over time. They deteriorate. And so what I did was I've planted new potatoes, and eventually these will be transplanted outside, because the other plant, I've had that for a while indoors, and I was trying to experiment with it. It was my first time ever just growing potatoes, and so now I've got new ones growing, and I'm hoping to see a good harvest this year. I'm really excited about it. And then the other thing I wanted to show was some of the other plants that I already had started. I got this going, I think it was just about a week ago from today, and the bok choy is already starting to grow very well, and I'm hoping that they will actually go to produce this year and not to seed, because that's what usually happens every time I grow these, so we'll see. And then the other little dude that's starting to grow right here is the endive, which is like a type of lettuce. And then I have a leek growing, some iceberg, the endive, celery, and then over there is some Swiss chard. And then up here I've got my peppers growing. So we've got Cupid sweet peppers. I've got 3 of them. And then I've also got 3 of the glow sweet peppers. These were the peppers that I grew last year. And then some sweet peppers. Yes, these are a new variety that I had bought this year, and they're supposed to be like a smaller, kind of more sweeter version than these guys. These are kind of more like a mini pepper. These are more, they almost look like like one of them hot peppers, like the way that they're shaped. And so we'll see how that goes. That'll be pretty fun. I always enjoy growing peppers. Peppers and tomatoes is what I like to focus on. And I thought I would just show this just because over here I have a whole bunch of eggshells that I've crushed up, and I have been putting this into the soil. And over here I also have some crushed up banana, dried up like banana peels. And then the other thing that I like to use, and I've mentioned this before, is this fertilizer right here, liquid fish and seaweed. And so not only do I have new soil that I'm going to be adding in with everything outside, but I also have this to help just revive the soil and just give what the plants need. And so for today, I am gonna show what I will be working on. And we have got some seeds here that I'm gonna be planting. We've got some banana pepper seeds. I actually forgot that I had these. And so we're gonna try and grow them. Usually when I try and grow these, I am not successful. And every time I try to order them from Johnny Seeds, that's where I like to get my seeds from, they are out. They are always out. even in like the huge bulk, they're out. So they are a very popular seed. And then we are also going to be growing some red cherry tomato seeds. And I have so many of these seeds, it's insane. And then we're also going to be growing some gold nugget cherry tomatoes and some black crim. This is a cherry tomato, like how I just said, and then these are just like bigger tomatoes. And then we're also going to be growing some sunflowers. I usually don't grow sunflowers indoors, but I want to do it differently this year and just try things out. And so these are the containers that I will be using for the peppers, the banana peppers. And then in here, I'm gonna do it a little bit differently because I ran out of these little plastic containers. We're gonna grow all of the tomatoes in here, and I'm thinking about getting like pieces of wood or something, and I'm just gonna kind of like section it off so that when I go and plant the tomatoes, I can know what is what. And yeah, so this is the soil that I will be using. I absolutely love this soil. This is a soil that I had used like a long time ago, like a few years ago, and then I hadn't seen it in a while, and then I just saw it again this year, called Black Cow. And that is the, what is it, NPK, whatever, NKP, I don't know what it is. That's what's in the soil. And yeah, so this is really good soil, and it is cow manure, you know, as it says. And you know, it doesn't smell or anything, but this is just great for the garden. But anyway, then later on, I'm gonna be getting these guys filled up with soil, and then we'll plant some cilantro, sweet basil, and some dill, and then that will be up on the windowsill. And so we're gonna get to this right now. Now, I probably won't fill it all the way to the top, but definitely near the top. Okay, so I have an idea. I'm going to use these pieces of wood to divide the soil. I'm just using that to give me a little bit of room. Okay. And then this guy will go into here. Just sort of push the soil. So this is how I will section it, and then we can just place, there we go. We can just place the little tags. So we've got red cherry tomatoes, gold nugget, and then the black crim. Okay, so first we're gonna do the black crim. I'll just cover them up. Okay, next we've got some red cherry tomato seeds, and these are seeds that I have kept over time. I wish I could have wrote a year on these, so I could have known how long I've had these. Yeah, I don't really separate the seeds too much when I go and when I had put them in the bag, so that's why they still look kind of clumped together. But if I do have more grown in here than what I'd like, I'll just sort of pick away at the other plant. So it's okay if I put a little bit more seeds, especially with tomato seeds. You get so many. So there we go. There's the red cherry tomato. And then these are the gold nugget cherry tomatoes. Now this will be the second year that I have grown these. And I think they're really cool looking, and they taste pretty sweet as well, because these are seeds that I got from Johnny Seeds, and they quote on their website that these are the sweetest cherry tomato seeds or plants that they have. And I do think that they have a very different taste to them than just regular cherry tomatoes. So I do enjoy these. Alright, there we go. And then I will give them a good amount of water. Okay, next we will be planting some banana pepper seeds. It'll be easier to do this with my hand. Okay, so now we are going to plant some banana pepper seeds. Honestly, banana peppers are probably up there. It's one of my favorites. I love the sweet and yet sour taste that they have. So I'm really hoping that I can grow these. I'm going to put a little bit of extra seeds. These are seeds that I got from an actual pepper that I had got from the store. So we'll see how this goes. And I got my little wooden sign for it. I'm going to put it over there in the other tray. Okay, and then the last thing that we're going to be planting are some sunflowers. And this is a different variety. I've never planted these before, so we'll see how this goes. I recently just bought a whole bunch of seeds that are flowers. They are annual flowers, but I wanted to get them because I really like the idea of having more flowers in my garden, just so that I can attract more pollinators, and I just think it's overall really good for the garden. Because sunflowers, they are my favorite. I feel like I'll grow them every year, no matter what, regardless. But I do like the idea of attracting good insects for the garden. Okay, so for these, hold on. Okay, so for these, we're just gonna kind of plant maybe like 4 of them in the corners. And then later on, I'll transplant them outside. Alright. There we go. Alright, there we go. We just did 5. Just because I had another seed in my hand. We have our little sign. Alright, I can't remember if I said that was the last thing or not, but if I did, I was wrong, because I've got this to do as well. And then with this soil, I'll show you what I like to do to kind of revive it, as if. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just fill soil up in these guys. Okay, so we've got these guys filled up, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of this soil into here. Then I'm going to get some water. A little bit hard with this. Let me grab something different. Alright, some of this water might spill over, but that's alright. I'm gonna grab some of this liquid fish and seaweed fertilizer, and then I'm just gonna start to mix this in here. Now, if the soil feels like it's too dry, then I would let it sit there, but I think this should be fine. So, we've got, it's such a mess up here. We've got our 3 containers. So let me just grab the seeds really quick. So let's plant some cilantro. will do. Do 2 different ones. Go. You got cilantro. Okay, then let's do some dill. Teddy dill, and then our sweet basil. So I never took all the seeds out of this. That's why the plant is still in there. So we're just gonna take the seed out of these little pods and then just put them in there. All right, so there we go. There is our sweet basil. And then I'm just gonna put some water in this bottom part. I'll do it for each plant. Over here I have parsley growing. I gotta get some of this dead, dried up stuff off of here. And then we've got our cilantro, our sweet basil, we have some oregano. Gotta kind of clean him up a bit too. And then our teddy dill. I'm excited to see these grow. So over here in our raised netted bed, I did plant some spinach, and that was the one thing I was able to do out here, was just to plant these. And then everything else out here I was able to get in here and just like till up the garden a bit and just get some fertilizer in it, and I got it looking really nice and really well. And then the other thing that I did, and this is so cool to see this right now growing, I had moved the rhubarb. You see how big this container is? It was originally in a container like this, and then I was able to move it into this container, and I was a little nervous that I was like messing up the roots too much and I was gonna disturb it, but I'm starting to see some growth. I might come out here and water this a little bit, and yeah, I'm really happy to see that. And everything else out here I was able to just like clean it up a bit. And yeah, I've got a couple perennials over here. Like these flowers are perennials. They're called Johnny Jump Up. And then this is a perennial as well. These are tulips. I haven't been able to get them to grow successfully, but this is the first year where I kind of like gave it some new soil and mixed it up a bit. So I'm hoping to see some growth out of this guy. And yeah, we'll be like filling these up soon and doing a bunch of stuff out here. And then also, as you can see, we've got new pieces of wood out here, and we are eventually going to be putting that down and getting it all fixed up. So yeah, I'm happy to see things getting put together. And this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you, all of the subscribers, new subscribers, and all of the likes that you guys bring and the comments. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps my channel out, and it really means a lot to me. And so thank you again. Have a great one. I will see you in the next video, and bye-bye.